Hi everyone, this is Mahesh. Today's our topic is steam condenser. Okay, in this lecture we are going to I'm going to explain about what is meant by steam condenser, what are the functions of steam condenser, what is the advantages of steam condenser using in the steam power plant, and how the steam condenser will be or different elements of the steam condenser and how it works. Let us start. First of all, we need to understand what is meant by a steam condenser. Simply, steam condenser is nothing but it is a heat exchanger. It is a device which exchanges the heat, and what it converts, actually the steam will comes from the boiler. Everybody knows that the steam will comes from the boiler. From the boiler it will enter into the turbine. In the turbine the expansion will take place. After the expansion it will come back, and after the expansion the pressure will be decreases in the turbine. Then whatever the pressure that is decreasing, and we have to read some, it converts some it having some hot water. That means water vapor will be present after expansion also. Then we have to reduce the heat of that hot water, and again we have to send that heat water, some hot water to the boiler. That means we have to change the phase. Initially it is actually in the vapor state, but we have to convert into liquid state, and we have to send that hot water to the boiler. Then when you send to the boiler, that means the fuel consumption to convert water into water vapor is reduces in boiler by using this condenser and sending the feed water to the feed pump through the feed pump and sending into the boiler. Generally it is a heat exchanger. It will convert that boiler pressure to, and less than the atmospheric pressure will be converted in by using the steam condenser. And how it is done? This is done by removal of a latent heat from the exhaust steam. What is meant by latent heat? Actually latent heat means when there is a phase change, the amount of heat energy or the amount of energy required to remove the heat from 1 kg of substance from one phase to other phase is called as a latent heat. That means initially it is in the vapor state, and we are removing some heat from that one, and we are converting into liquid state. Now what are the different functions of the condenser? There are mainly two functions of the condensers are there. First one is decrease the exhaust pressure below the atmospheric pressure. Whatever the pressure that is available at the exhaust pressure, it will take that pressure and convert into less than the atmospheric pressure, and to provide the hot feed water to the boiler. Okay, I will explain with the help of the diagram, then you will clearly understand. Now this is simply a general layout of a steam power plant. Okay, actually here one heat exchanger will be there, here also one heat exchanger will be there, but I am explaining here, that is simply for sake of your understanding. Initially the boiler will be there, and the pressure at the boiler is called as a PB, and from the boiler the steam, understand, in the boiler the water is converting into water vapor, and it is having a high pressure and high temperature. This high pressure and high temperature steam that is enter into the turbines. In the turbine what will happen? Everybody knows, in the turbine expansion will takes place. During expansion its pressure will decreases and temperature too. And see here, this is at the end of this expansion. Okay, after the steam is coming from the turbine, the pressure will be, assume the pressure will be PE, that is exhaust pressure, and it is the whatever the steam it is there, it is having some high temperature and high pressure, but the steam pressure and temperature is slightly reduced here after expansion. And what happens means, we won't send directly this steam to the boiler. Then what will happen means, here we keep one condenser. Condenser is nothing but a heat exchanger. What will do? It will take the heat, whatever the heat that is coming, whatever heat is there in this water vapor, it will take the heat and it will send the remaining, whatever the water will be there, some hot water will be sent, and here we will place one feed pump. The function of the feed pump is to pump the water that is coming from the condenser, and we have to send that water to the boiler. That means here initially, for example, water is there, we are using some fuel and making the water into water vapor. For example, for 20 kg of fuel is required. Now to send that again, the 20 kg of fuel, see here, water, the hot water is coming. Initially it is only normal water, there is no hot water, but what we are doing here, we are sending some hot water. That means what, already the water is somewhat hot, only for example 2 to 5 kg of fuel is required to convert that water into steam. Here like this, the fuel consumption is reducing by using this condenser. let us discuss with the help of the pressure and volume diagram what is the advantages of condenser and what condenser will do actually. You know, here what is there? It is PB. This is boiler pressure. From the boiler pressure, the steam is coming and steam is expanding. The steam is expanding isentropically like this. And this pressure I am assuming is as PE. That is expansion pressure. Just assume it is PE or P2. Now the expansion pressure is P2. Now this is the pressure P2. This is greater than the atmospheric pressure actually. Okay, whatever the pressure that is coming after expansion of the steam from the turbine, the pressure is greater than the atmospheric pressure, that is P2 greater than P atmosphere. Here middle, there is a pressure called as atmospheric pressure. Now whatever the pressure, this is PE is coming, this is without condenser. This is without condenser. Now if you use a condensation process, what will happen? The pressure will decrease less than the atmospheric pressure, and this is the pressure decreases less than the atmospheric pressure, and this is P2, that is second stage pressure. This is less than the atmospheric pressure. You know, the area under the PV diagram will give the work done, and whatever the area this is there, this is area under the PV diagram gives actually work done. Only this amount of work done is given, but by using this condensation, this amount of extra work is producing. That means the complete this much amount of work we are getting with the help of by using the condenser. That means work output is more by using the condenser. This is one advantage. Another one is pressure ratio. Actually, what is my pressure ratio? The ratio of the exit pressure to the inlet pressure is called as a pressure ratio. Actually, it is PE by PB first stage, and next one is this is PC by PB, that is higher pressure. Here the pressure is increasing, therefore this is here the pressure is more decreasing, therefore the higher pressure ratio is produced in case of the condensation. That is second point. And the first point is what? The amount of work done is more. Next one is third point is the fuel consumption is less. To produce the work, the fuel consumption is less by using this condensation process. And next one is whatever the heat that is coming and whatever the feed water is coming, that will be again we can use to as a water to the boiler. That is feed water is used again to the boiler. This is with the help of PV diagram I have explained. See here what will happen. Here HS diagram I am taking. This is P1 is the initial pressure and P2 is the pressure after expansion without condenser, and this is the pressure by using the condenser. You know, this is pressure, this is enthalpy. This is enthalpy HE, that is exhaust. By now when using the condenser, what will happen? This pressure is reduced to, or the enthalpy is reduced to SC. That means this much amount of enthalpy is dropped here. Okay, whenever there is an enthalpy drop, okay, whenever there is an enthalpy drop, what will happen? We will get the high work output and the high pressure ratio. Next one is what are the elements of this condensing plant. This is briefly I will explain. Now it consists of mainly air pump, condensate pump, circulating water pump, and hot well and cooling tower. Okay, let us discuss this with the help of the diagram. What will happen here? See here, first the exhaust steam will come from the turbine. Okay, in the turbine expansion will take place. After the expansion, the steam will come from the turbine and it will enter into the condenser. This complete will give the circular one is indicates as a condenser. In the condenser, and we are using the baffles. You know what is the purpose of the baffles? The baffles they use that they increase the surface area of the contact or the complete mixing of the steam and with the water. And here they kept one air pump. Okay, that is also one part. Another one is condensate pump and the hot well here. Another one is cooling tower, and these are the different elements of the condensing plant. See here, first what will happen in the condenser? The air pump, the function of the air pump means it will remove the air and other non-condensable gases from the condenser. Okay, after the condensation, some non-condensable gases will be present here and some air particles will be present here, that will be taken by the air pump. Now here what will happen? Now here we are using the cooling tower. From the cooling tower, and these are the hot gases and these are the cold air, and here this is the circulating water. that is cooling water. See here, from the cooling water we are getting the cool water, and with the help of the pump the cool water is sent to the through this pipes. It will send when this cool water is circulated through this one, and here from here what is coming here, steam is coming. When the steam is surrounded by this cool water, what will happen, heat exchanger will be takes place. I already explained, condenser is a heat exchanger. It will take the heat from the exhaust steam, and whatever the pressure that is there at the exhaust, that will pressure will be reduced by with the help of the condensation less than the atmospheric pressure, and it will take the heat. Therefore this steam or water vapor is converting into water, and that hot water, and this water will take the heat and it will become hot. That will be sent to this pump to the cooling tower. Here what will happen here, from here cold air is coming. Why? Because it is having the less density, therefore it will be at the bottom side, it is coming. And when this cool water is moving and it is touching the hot water, then what will happen, the air here, the cold air becomes hot, therefore hot air will enter through this, and through this enter into the atmosphere. Okay, hot air will enter into the atmosphere. Again the cool air will be the cold air will come, and that will be sent through this cooling towers. Now it see here, this is called as condensate. Okay, after condensation, what is the liquid that is coming, that is called as a condensate. And with the help of the condensate pump, this condensate will be stored in the hot well. That means the water will be stored in the hot well. If it is completely pure, okay, there is no any impurities in this one, then what will happen, this will be sent through the feed pump to the boiler. In the boiler, again what will happen, in the boiler, just with the help of the small fuel supply, the water will be, this hot water will be converted into that is steam or water vapor, that will be sent to the turbine. In the turbine, expansion will be takes place. Like this it will repeat again. Okay, this is completely regarding the explanation of what is meant by steam turbine, what is the advantages, what are the function, and how the steam turbine will be steam condenser will be worked. In the next class I am going to explain about what are the different types of steam condensers and how it works with the help of the diagram. Okay, please subscribe the channel for the regular update or to get the more videos. Thank you.